Welcome back, YouTube. It's Logan with Bucked Up. Today we're going to be filming some exercises to help bring up your hamstrings. That's the back part of the leg for those of you that never train legs, let alone hamstrings. Oftentimes people will put those towards like the end of their workout and they have like overdeveloped quads and then like just no muscle definition or shape on the back of their thigh. So we're gonna hit those with some exercise you've seen, maybe do it a little bit different on some cases, and yeah, let's get to it. All right, so personally, one of my favorite hamstring exercises is standing leg curls, single leg. I don't alternate. The problem with this exercise is that you don't really see that many standing leg curl machines in most gyms, so it's kind of a treat when they are. The way I kind of like to fix that, this doesn't work for necessarily everyone. You're gonna have to, finagle because all leg extension machines are different. But I like to get at a leg extension machine and I'll use it for single leg curls. I typically like to warm up with this because I get a pretty good contraction on standing leg curls, and I like to do that kind of work in the beginning before my hamstrings get like more of a pump and it's harder to get full contractions. So when we start out, we're just gonna get situated, right? You can start with whatever leg you want, right or left. I kind of like to switch it up. If I'm doing 4 sets, I'll do 2 per right first, 2 left first. And you're kind of like, you'll have to, like I said, kind of adjust where is most comfortable for you as far as you're standing. And then you're just gonna come up to like right there, and you're gonna feel like your hamstring contract even that low. And so I like to use this almost as like a warm up for my legs day. We'll do like 15, 20 reps. All right, so of those, do about 3 to 4 sets, anywhere from 12 to 20 reps. And if you want, you can start off your set just by holding the contraction for a second and tapping. I say that a lot, just to help your muscle-mind connection. All right, so next up on the list for hamstrings are some stiff leg deadlifts, commonly called RDLs. So one thing to keep in mind with all deadlifts, or most like compound moves that you can maybe use in a powerlifting thing. Powerlifting is a very different game from lifting for like hypertrophy and general like aesthetics. So when it comes to RDLs, like don't try an ego lift. That's probably not great for your back. So, and the things to keep in mind when you're doing RDLs, one of the reasons why I like them, because I'm lazy, I don't want to risk injury, is you want to keep your core tight, back straight, and then I'm like hinge at the hips. You don't need to go all the way down. So like I'll set up right here, like I said, doing pretty lightweight, come back and forward in the hips, come down, go till you feel a stretch, like near your glute ham tie-in. Come down, feel the stretch. I like to pause at the bottom. Put down, pause, ponder life for a second, and typically don't look to the side of the camera if you're actually doing RDLs. It's bad for you. And that was even lighter than I thought it was going to be. So usually, like I would go up, probably do 8 to 15 reps, and anywhere from 3 to 6 sets, depending on how behind your hamstrings are. All right, so for our third hamstring exercise, we're gonna do some lying leg curls. So a lot of things I hear from like people are, they don't really feel their hamstrings connect or fire when they're doing lying leg curls. Another common one I hear is that like calves take over. If that happens to you, It's counterintuitive at first. Get your calves out of the way right off the bat with like a quick drop set or something just to fry them really quick, because it's called the excitatory threshold, and it just means that your calves are a more dominant muscle group for you. So if you exhaust them beforehand, they're less likely to kick in when you're trying to work your hamstrings. So with that out of the way, line leg curls, I like to do kind of like some stage reps where I'll kind of play with the rep range a little bit on that first set. So I'll do like 6 reps at the top, maybe 6 reps at the bottom, 10 reps all the way, kind of play with it. You're basically just feeling for what part of the exercise you get like the strongest connection on, and then you're gonna kind of hang out in that. Every single set we're gonna do, basically you're gonna find your sweet spot in the line leg curl, and you're gonna finish off every single set with that sweet spot. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna be doing a sweet spot, but it's gonna work kind of like a drop set. So for the first part of the exercise, we'll shoot for, I don't know, 6 to 12, 13 reps. And when we hit failure, that's when I will drop the weight by probably around 50%. And then we'll like hit some reps for that sweet spot. All right, here we go. Okay, so now we're gonna drop it to, we'll go with 50. And like I said, we're just gonna be doing like anywhere from 20 to 30 reps, just sort of burning out at whatever spot of the exercise you like most. So it'll be like, okay, so in case you were noticing, basically that like the stage reps part of the drop set, I switched up every sort of like 4 to 5 reps. It was just about pushing as much blood into like where I'm feeling it most in that given time. Partially, I just like that burn. And so in case you don't really know what a drop set is simply taking a weight to failure, like the muscle to failure. And when you can't get any more reps, without resting, drop the weight, which is why pin-loaded machines are great, because it's really easy. And so basically that drop set would consist of like 2 subsets, but overall 1 drop set. You're gonna do 3 drop sets total, so 6 subsets, because math. All right, so now we're gonna finish off with some walking lunges. These are gonna target more than just your hamstrings, obviously, but by now your hamstrings are pretty fried anyway, so it's always fun to hit some quads. I like doing drop sets with these, especially if you have like a preloaded rack with straight bars, just grabbing like something you can get for 6 to 10 reps, dropping it, like for example, 80 pounds, 70 pounds, 60 pounds, and then free weight is probably one of my favorite ways to finish off. All right, so if you want, you can do just lunges like one way and have that be your set, or you can do it back and forth being one set. It's up to you. All right, and that's it for our hamstrings day. Throw this in once a week. And if you're not already training legs once a week, throw this in twice a week just to get yourself hitting legs more often and building those hamstrings up because summer's coming. That's it for now. Peace out.